Hi, I'm Brandon, and today I'm taking another look at the interrogation of Yazan Asfour. I've done this one before, but I've had people requesting him again, so I'm going to cover him again. So this is the slaves to mistresses guy who showed up at the same time as Safraz Khan, the tennis boy. They both showed up at the same time and got busted by Chris Hansen, and now he's being interrogated. So let's go.
Some of them we've had to kind of slide them up a little bit. Are they hurting real bad, or are they okay? You think that they're okay? All right. Well, if they start hurting real bad, just let me know, okay? Okay. All right. What's your name, sir? Yaz? Yazan? Okay, I'm pronouncing it right, Yazan? Okay. All right, Yazan, my name is Leslie Floyd. I'm an investigator with the State Attorney's Office. I'm here as...
And he has that stuff on the right side of his face. My first interrogation, I wasn't sure what that was, but people pointed out that it's sand from, or like dirt from the ground when he got arrested and he was thrown to the ground.
assisting the Flagler Beach Police Department in their investigation, okay? Have you ever been arrested before? No. Okay. Are you from here? No?
So he's shivering. Now, I know they've said in other interrogations in this room, the cops have brought up that, like, oh, it's really cold in here. I mean, it looks like he's wearing a hoodie. So it could be partially he's cold and also that he's absolutely terrified.
Where are you from?
Jordan.
From Jordan? Okay. Are you a citizen here? Are you cold or are you just nervous? Are you nervous? Is that why you're shaking? Okay.
Speak up, Yazan.
All right, well, just try to relax. I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes. I've got some questions for you. I got to get some information from you. Since you've never been arrested, do you have a question?
What will happen? Please,
Okay. What's going to happen is I've got some questions I got to ask you. Since you've never been arrested before, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you know what your rights are, and then after
Even if they have been arrested before, they still read them their rights every time.
I do that, if you agree to talk to me, then you can tell me what happened. But before I can talk to you about any of it, I've got to tell you what your rights are. Okay? So just try to relax. I know you're nervous. Just try to relax.
excuse me. Anything will be on the TV?
They haven't made a
This will be on the TV. It will also be on the YouTube.
decision yet on what it has all been videoed, but they haven't made a decision yet or edited any of it yet. So I don't know if it will be on there or not.
Okay, please.
Guaranteed it will.
I need your help. I swear. I'm even a virgin. I did not do sex in my life.
He's a virgin. He hasn't done sex. Well, even if we believe you, it doesn't matter. You still tried to do what you tried to do tonight.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, let me read you what your rights are, and then that way, then we can talk about everything, and then whatever questions you have, I'll be able to answer them for you. And
Yeah, his face is just covered in sand.
but you've got to try to relax,
Like
because
he has leprosy or something.
I can tell that you're really, really nervous and you're really shaking. And right now, you're not going to get hurt. Nothing.
I don't want. I know that you will not hurt me, but
Right now you're not going to be hurt, but when you go to prison, yeah, maybe.
the situation will hurt me if it's on the TV or if I am arrested like that. My future will be destroyed. I'm not.
Yes, that's because there are consequences for the stuff you do. And when you reach out to an underage person and have a very graphic and very, very disgusting chat, like this guy's talking about like toilet stuff and just being treated like a slave and like BDSM type stuff, like just very gross things you can't be talking about with a minor. And then he shows up to actually follow through and do those things, and now he's worried that, hey, if people find out, it might make me look bad. Yeah, no shit.
That bad person. I did not do any criminal in my life. I told you even I did not do any sex with anyone.
All right. Well,
It doesn't matter if you've done the sex with anyone or not. If it's all legal, you're an adult. You're allowed to do that with other adults. If it's consensual, that's fine. That's not what you're in trouble for. Maybe back in Jordan or maybe with your family, that would get you in trouble. Not here. What's getting you in trouble is for what you tried to do with a minor.
let me read this to you and explain it to you, and then we'll be able to talk about what happened tonight. And you'll be able to tell me what went on. Okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him present with you anytime during any questioning. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. And if at any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. What this is saying is that I want to talk to you and I want to find out what happened tonight. If you'll talk to me, then that will be great. If you want to talk to me and at some point in time you decide that you want to stop talking and you want to have an attorney, then we would stop talking. Do you understand? Okay. With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Try to relax. These first set of questions are going to be very, very easy. I've just got to get your personal information, okay? Okay. Do you need some water or something?
Yeah.
You need some water? Okay, let me get you some water. Just sit right there. Investigator Morgan?
Yes.
Can we get Yazan a glass of water, please?
A glass of water?
A cup of water.
This guy's trembling like crazy.
If we can find a cup of water.
Yeah, I'll have John bring them to come.
Okay, thank you.
Where's the strong, confident man who is talking inappropriately to the young girl?
I think Investigator Eckerson's going to bring in some water for you. Okay, Yazan, what is your last name?
Holy crap! It's like he's being electrocuted.
Asfour? And your first name is spelled Y? Yazan. Do you have a middle name? Okay. What's your date of birth, Yazan?
April 2nd, 1980.
1980? How old are you? 26? And I can't remember if I asked you this or not. Are you a citizen? Are you a resident?
No.
What, are you here on a work visa?
Student visa.
You're on a student visa. Okay.
Oh my God. You will destroy my future.
Yeah, it's going to destroy your future. You should have thought of that before you did this.
He's very nervous.
Okay.
So he asked for well, I asked him if he needed some water because he just needs to try to relax and...
Your first name is Yaz? Yes. It's not as bad as it seems, okay? I'm not going to lie to you, okay? It's not good, okay? I need you to calm down.
Oh, okay, you know what? I'll explain something. When I came to the United States, I want to achieve. I want to study, to have my degree, and to be something here. And with not what happened now, I'm destroyed.
Okay, well,
I'll be destroyed. That's simple. Also, my family, oh my God. I can't imagine what is happening. I told
okay.
you.
And we're going to talk about.
So is his argument that, hey, this is going to be very embarrassing for me, and it's going to make me look bad, and it's going to lead to consequences for me, and my parents and other people, my family might think poorly of me for this, therefore you should let me go and not punish me for it. I think that's what he's trying to say. These are the kind of things that you consider when you're debating whether or not you should do this type of crime. And your ultimate conclusion should be, yeah, you know what? It's not worth all these consequences, so I'm not going to do it. You can't try to do it and be like, okay, if I can get away with it, then good, I get to do it. And if I get caught, I'll just beg to be let go with no consequences because it's going to make me look bad. Too bad, buddy.
What's happening, okay? We're going to talk about what's happening. But I need you to calm
Can't they just be nice enough to wipe that off his face?
down so you can kind of comprehend, okay? And listen to what I'm saying. All right? Take a couple deep breaths. If you want some water, I'll help you drink it, and we'll talk about what's happened. Okay? You want some water?
Yeah.
More, sure. All right. Take a couple deep breaths. All right.
please, I need you to help me.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's start at the beginning. I know you got a lot of questions. You got a lot of things you want to say.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning. Okay. You've been chatting with this girl online, right? Okay. And at some point, you did send her some pictures.
yeah.
Okay. And based on what I've heard about the chats, okay, you calm, okay. When you're shaking around like that, you can't really hear me very well. Based on what I've seen about the chats and all that, you are somewhat into the slave-master relationship. Is that pretty correct?
Come in.
I'll tell you.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
thank you very much. Okay.
I'll tell you something. I know it's a bad thing to explain these things, but I'll tell you. Honestly, when I deal with a girl, I deal with a girl like respect, you know?
I understand that.
Yeah, and I do not want to have sex with her. And
What does he mean by that? Like, he didn't intend to have sex, but he was going to do all that other very disgusting BDSM stuff. Like that, somehow that's okay, as long as it's not the specific act of what he considers sex. He's allowed to do all this other stuff to her, or have her do to him. That is still within the same realm. You're not allowed to do any of that stuff. Honestly, what he was trying to do is honestly, like, some people probably consider even worse. It's like just horrible, degrading type stuff.
I told the lady, now I'm even a virgin, you know? That's not my, my...
Yeah, like, who cares if you're a virgin? I mean, being a 26-year-old virgin is, it's unusual, but it's not illegal or it's not legal or illegal. It's just, it has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't mean you're innocent of this. It doesn't mean you're guilty. That's a completely different issue. It doesn't mean that you didn't intend to do what you came here to do.
But based on your chat with her and your conversation, you may not have wanted to have had intercourse with her, but you did want a master-slave relationship, which means you did want her to...
Honestly, you know what? I will explain.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about this stuff, but in my goal, I thought about a relationship. Maybe it was with the young girl.
You wanted a relation. You did not want a relationship. You wanted her to use you as a human toilet and walk you around like a dog with a collar on and kick you and stuff like that. You did not want a relationship, you liar.
And I found late, you know?
Okay.
But that's not my goal.
Okay.
My goal is not to have sex with a girl, even a teenager.
Okay, I understand that, but like I said, based on your conversation, okay, based on your chat, you did want some type of master-slave relationship, based on what I'm getting out of your chats, okay? So, it's safe to say...
Based on the words you said, that's what the cop is trying to say.
Based on your chats, you did want her to do something. Maybe it wasn't intercourse, but you did want her to do something.
Honestly, you know, when I came like, she told me that her grandfather, he's not here, so I wanted, and you can
Yeah, she said her dad wasn't there, so what?
see the chat. I told her I want to pamper you, I want to adore you, that's it.
You're not allowed to pamper an underage person when their parents are gone. Or when their parents are there, for that matter. You're not allowed to do that at all. And what you're doing was, yeah, maybe you wanted to pamper her a little bit, but you also wanted her to do a bunch of really, really gross things to you that are far outside the realm of anything that is possibly okay to do with a minor.
I did not plan to do anything bad for her, or...
How is any of the stuff you wanted to do good? It's all bad.
You know, to hurt her or have sex with her, or, you know.
Okay, but at some point, you would be naked and collared, okay? So at some point, you did intend to be naked in front of her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not. But those pictures I did not take
No buts. It's just wrong.
for her, honestly.
But they were sent to her. Dude, let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. The best thing you can do is be honest with me.
I am honest
Okay,
with
no,
you.
you sent her these pictures, okay? You sent her these pictures, okay? You cannot sit there and tell me that at some point, okay? At some point, you did not intend to be naked in front of her or have her do things to you. Okay, don't sit there and shake your head to me, because I know that is not true.
I'll
Okay,
tell you something.
I need you to be honest with
I
me.
swear I'm honest. I swear. You know what? I'm even a virgin. I told you I'm a virgin.
Over and over, he's saying that like he thinks that's his ultimate defense. Even if you are a virgin, that doesn't mean that you didn't intend to do these acts. Like, what does that mean? Like, I've never shot anyone before, therefore I must be innocent of having shot someone this time. That is stupid logic.
You know what that means?
I understand that. However, I also see what your past actions are, okay? We need to get past this hump, man. We need to get past this denial and get on to the next step, okay? And to do that, I need you to be honest with me.
I am not honest.
Okay, you may not have intended to have had intercourse with her, but based on what I'm getting here, you did intend at some point to have some type of improper contact with her based on your slave fantasy.
You know what? Honestly, my plans were, as I told you, I wanted a relationship. That's my goal.
Okay, even if he did, Lauren wanted a relationship too. We don't cut him any slack. Just because you wanted a relationship does not mean that you're not a predator. You're a 26-year-old man. You're not allowed to have a relationship with someone that's that underage. That's just absolutely wrong. So your defense that you're a virgin and you wanted a relationship, he's trying to say like, oh, I'm a good guy. I wasn't there just for the dirty stuff that I said I was going to do. And his stuff was very dirty.
Maybe I did not do everything right. Like, maybe I had bad things, like send a picture, but...
You wanted to have a
He
relationship.
shakes his head. Maybe I said bad things and sent her inappropriate pictures. And then he shakes his head like, oh, don't even worry about that.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26? And she's
I found late that she is...
13 years old.
I found late that she is 13.
You found out on
I did not know this
November 18th that she is 13.
That's true, but you know, when she put the age, I did not recognize. I can't see everything.
Yes. Let's stop. Okay, let's stop. Can I be naked and with a collar on my neck? Okay. Now, I can go through and page by page pick out what you've said to her. And you want to sit across from me and tell me that I didn't intend to have sex with her. I didn't intend to do any of this. Come on, man.
I swear I'm not.
No,
Yeah, come on, man. We know you're lying.
I don't want to hear I swear, because let me tell you what I've
Yeah,
learned.
we don't want to hear. I'm just being honest. Because anytime someone says those things, they immediately follow it with a lie.
In 15 years of law enforcement, when people say, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you the truth, or I swear, that means that the next statement is going to be a lie.
Exactly. I'm glad some cop finally... Well, I guess the cop in the Michael Meyer interrogation, he brought that up too, that that probably means you're lying if you swear. And this cop's just blatantly putting it. So we as TCAP fans know that, because it's happened so often that we bring it up, that these guys say, oh, I swear, I'm just being honest, and then lie. This cop has been through many more interrogations than we have, so he clearly knows.
No.
Okay.
Not me. I'll tell you something. Okay?
Tell me, you want to tell me something. Tell me what you intended to do based on your chat with her. Tell me the truth.
That's it. I swear I did not want to have
He
sex.
intended to do the things that he said he intended to do. Obviously, they're trying to get him to admit it, but these guys, they try to pretend like, you know, Jeff Stacey says the internet and real life are two different things. That is bullshit. You can't say exactly what you intend to do and then show up and say, oh, well, you didn't actually intend to do those things, even though you just said you did.
I swear to God.
But at some
I swear on
point,
the Quran, I swear to Allah.
but
I am
at some
Muslim.
point you were gonna get naked.
I like how he's like, I swear to God, I swear to Allah. He's like, maybe if I swear to my God, but also to their God, you know, if I just cover both religions, then I have my basis covered. Doesn't matter who you swear to, you're still lying.
In front of her. Come on, man. You traveled this far to meet a 13-year-old girl,
You know why? Because I wanted to have a relation, but I did not.
and you wanted to do that at 3 in the morning. Come on.
Yeah.
He wants to have a relationship with this person, and he drives over at 3 in the morning when she's home alone. Yeah, sure, buddy.
You know, I wanted to. I'm pampered here. Yeah, I did not. You know, but I did not want to have sex with her. That's different.
So the difference is you would be naked in front of her, and you would have her do.
That is not my goal. I did not came just to have naked. I can be naked with any girl in Tampa, near me.
Oh, you lying bastard. You cannot be naked with any girl in Tampa. I mean, at least not consensually. I mean, you could expose yourself to anyone you want, but it doesn't mean that they like it. He's trying to pretend he can have any girl he wants. If that's the case, why did you choose one that's going to land you in prison? Why not find someone else, like anyone else? Someone that's willing to do this kind of stuff and trying to get a underage person who can't consent.
That's my goal. You don't,
Dude, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't believe you. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be
None of us believe him.
straight up with you. I'm not playing games with you.
I'm not.
I've been doing this quite a while. I don't believe you. You're not telling me the truth. Okay? You don't travel from Tampa at 3 in the morning to have a relationship with a 13-year-old girl at
Yeah, if this was a relationship and it was not an underage person and you were interested in a long-term type of thing, yeah, you wouldn't be driving in the middle of the night. You would be like, hey, let's plan to meet somewhere at an appropriate time in a public place. Let's meet for coffee, meet for dinner, meet for lunch, you know, meet at a bar, like anywhere. You don't drive to their house after having this level of disgusting chat.
26 years of age, after you've sent her naked photographs of yourself, you've told her several times over what you would like her to do to you, okay? You don't do it. And don't sit there and tell me I swear, because I don't want to hear I swear anymore. I swear doesn't cut it, okay?
Do not ask yourself that I can do sex with any girl.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah, you're such a stud, Yazan. Yeah, we get it.
With any girl like more than 18 years old.
I understand that.
Wait a minute.
But then why
If
did
you could do that, why did you drive to Flagler Beach from Tampa at 3 o'clock in the morning?
You know, when she chat with me and when she talked with me, she was a nice girl. And I want...
There's no nice girls in...
Yeah, what does that mean if she's a nice girl? She'd probably still be a nice girl at after 9 a.m. tomorrow when you could meet her in the daytime.
Tampa.
No, I mean, when she was talking to me, she was like, she treated me good and these things, you know?
But she was 13 years old.
Yeah, but I was
Dude,
talking
you're running out of answers, okay? And when you run out of answers, the only
He never had any answers to begin with.
answer is the truth, okay? And right now, this speaks louder than anything else you're saying.
Okay, what do you want to hear?
I want to hear the truth. I want to hear the truth, and the truth is...
My truth. I did not want to have sex with her. I did not want...
What about the
Did
rest
you-
of the things in here?
Yeah, okay, sure, we'll give you that. Maybe. Actually, no, I don't. I don't give him that. I don't give that he would not have done that, but he definitely would have done everything else that he wanted to do because he's really, really into that kind of stuff. And actually, if you read his wiki page, after this, he's still into this kind of stuff, and he's actually been exposed by other women that he's talking to, like about his fetish stuff, and they actually like mock him for being caught on To Catch a Predator in their like video chats. Like, it's just crazy. Like, he still hasn't learned his lesson. He's still a complete deviant.
Did you bring the collar tonight?
I don't. I'm not. I'm like that.
Well, they have your car, and they're bringing your car here. So if it's in your car, they're gonna find it.
I don't have a car in my car. You can find. You can search.
So there's no collar in your car.
No,
What are they gonna find in your car? Did you bring something else other than a collar?
no, nothing. Nothing. I swear. You can't. You can't.
Well, let me ask you this.
Well, they're going to look because they've got to inventory your car because they have to bring it here. So they're going to look at the car. So if it's in there, they're going to find it.
No, it's not.
What if you had got it over here and she had wanted to have had sex with you?
I will not accept. Because many girls
Sure.
try to have sex with me.
Oh, you lying bastard. What, what kind of ego does this guy have? Many girls try. Many girls try, and he turns them away because Yazan Asfour, he's untouchable. There's no girls that are have reached the heights, just the level of woman that you have to be to entice him into the bed. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I swear I am virgin.
I bet girls don't even talk to this guy. He probably just approaches them and harasses them.
swear to God.
So what did you drive here for tonight?
I said because I wanted to know her. I wanted to know her. I wanted to be with a relationship with her.
Why would you do that at 3 in the morning when you could leave it at 6 o'clock in the morning and get here at a decent time?
Yeah, most people when they make plans to meet someone, it's not unless it's like a hookup where it's like, hey, come on over now. If it's someone you want to meet, whether business partner, friend, like platonic friend, or relationship, or whatever, just anyone you're meeting, usually it's like, hey, when are you free? Well, I have some time. Wednesday night I'm free, or weekends work best for me, or like, I have Thursdays off, so we can meet in the afternoon. That like, it's not like drive over right now. If you're interested in a relationship, you'd be willing to wait until at least the next day, or the next time it's convenient for both of you. It's never drive over here immediately. Driving over immediately means it's some kind of a hookup or it's some kind of scenario that you are so excited about that you are unwilling to even wait a few hours, that you want it that second. You're willing to drive at 3 a.m. God knows how long it was from Tampa to Flagler Beach, but you're willing to drive all of that distance. That is not the actions of a man who wants a relationship.
Okay, you know what? I will tell you. I was planning to come in the afternoon, but I could not. Then I was planning to come at 7 a.m. I could not too. And because I did not want to...
Then come the next day. Your schedule is not so busy that you can't just eventually find time to meet up. If you want this so badly, you could have found an appropriate time. And either way, it doesn't matter because the girl's underage. But your excuses break down on every level, Yazan.
That I'm a liar or a guy that say without doing, like, that I'm a good guy. Because I showed her I'm a good guy.
You're not a good guy.
So that I came now. And also I wanted to tell her I'm going home because I did not find the way. But that happened.
So you were going to tell her when you got in there at 3 o'clock in the morning that you were going home?
I meant when she was talking to me on the phone, I wanted to tell her I'm going to home because it's late now.
Did you tell her that?
No, but honestly no, because she was getting me the direction, so I thought, okay, I don't want to disappoint her. I was really thinking in a good way. I did not think that she will do that.
On 11/18/06 at 2:12 a.m. you typed to her that you wanted her to slap you, okay, spank you, humiliate you, put a strap on, and engage in intercourse with you.
Yeah, there you go. So how could you claim you didn't come for the sex? What do you consider that to be? He's like, well, no, as long as I'm not the one doing it to her, it's fine. What that cop just described is horrific. You can't do that with a minor. That is illegal. No, I don't think any judge would ever give you leniency because you wanted to do that stuff instead of doing stuff to her. There's no difference. That is so disgusting. I can't even really describe it.
Go to the bathroom on your face.
Fucking yuck.
Okay?
Look, he like kind of screws up his face there. Like, what? Like, yeah, you wrote that. You wanted to do that, Yazan.
And there's some other stuff here. Yeah, and you wonder why I'm asking you for the truth.
You know what? Maybe when I deal with her with any other like girl, but I not know that.
What the hell are you talking about?
She's young and.
But
there's no excuse. There's no talking your way out of this.
About 25 lines up, she tells you she's a 13-year-old female. Okay? At 2 o'clock, she tells you she's a 13-year-old female. And at 2:12, you tell her what you would like her to do. Which leads me to believe that you would like her to do these things to you, and you would let her do these things
Yeah, what other conclusion could a person possibly draw from that?
to you. And that's why you came here.
But I knew that she will not do that because she's not into that.
But
But if that's what you want, then why
Yeah, he would have tried to talk her into it.
would you want?
And even if he didn't that particular time, maybe he's true that he wanted a relationship. He wanted not an appropriate relationship. He basically just wanted her around so that he could just wear her down. He would keep bringing this up over and over and over again and keep making demands of her, keep pushing her, keep grooming her more until she was willing to do everything he wanted her to do. He's the grown-up. He would have absolutely manipulated her in whatever way he had to until she did all these sick fantasies that he had.
To go be with her if she's not into that.
if she would have said that she would have done any of those things to you,
Yeah, because
you would have let her do them.
No,
I'll
I'll tell you something.
You would have let her do them.
No, wait, please wait.
What do you mean, no, it's yes. Yes, you would have.
I know that she will not do because she's new and I mean she doesn't know anything about this lifestyle.
You would have taught her. You would have absolutely pressured her to do all this stuff.
So you know, so if I was planning to do that, I could meet with any woman into this stuff. You know.
In the span of 12 minutes and 16 seconds, you went from her age to what you would like her to do to you. Okay? And then you traveled 4 hours to get here. Okay? Yes, you're not making any sense, buddy.
No,
You're
Yeah, that's kind of incriminating, and all your bullshit lies just don't make sense.
not making any sense.
you know, I swear. Okay, without I swear. That
Without I swear. That doesn't count. You can't say I swear. Oh, wait, actually, no, I don't swear. And then just tell a lie anyway.
that's what I mean. That's why I mean, I not lie about myself because I'm saying always the truth.
I don't believe you're lying. I believe that's what you would like her to do to you.
No. Okay, maybe if
No. Okay, yeah, maybe.
she's into that. Okay.
So
But
if you
she's
had
not-
gotten over here,
I know.
It doesn't matter if she's into that or not. It doesn't matter what she's into. The fact is that she's a minor. She can consent, and you have no business driving over to see her at 3 o'clock in the morning or any other time of the day for that matter.
if you had gotten over here and she had been into that, you would have let her do that to you. Okay?
Excuse me?
If you had gotten over here and she had been into that, you would have let her do that to you.
I don't know about the situation.
Okay, here's the thing too. Soon as you walked in here and sat down, you asked for help, and you said that you were in a really bad situation and you asked for help. I can't.
Yeah, he's in a really bad situation. He's been arrested and exposed to catch a predator. It's one of the worst things that could happen to you in life.
Can help you, and Investigator Eckerson can't help you if you don't tell the truth.
And the
And
first-
right now,
first
you are
step to
not
getting
telling the
help
truth.
is admitting you have a problem, and you're not doing that. Okay? You're sitting here going, "I swear,
No.
I swear I wouldn't do that."
Okay, wait. You want me to say that I wanted to do it?
I want you to tell the truth.
That's the truth. I
I
don't
want you to confess so we can put you in prison.
want to have sex with her.
So you
No,
talked
you may
about
not have-
sex
you
with
may not
her.
have wanted her to have sex with you, but like I said, in the span of 2 minutes and 16 seconds, or 12 minutes and 16 seconds, you told her what you did want her to do to you. Correct?
Maybe, okay, maybe. But that doesn't mean that it will happen. The words are not the truth.
But it means
Even if you drove over there hoping or wanting it to happen, just because it might not have happened doesn't mean that you're allowed to go over there. Pretty sure that a court could still find you guilty because you intended it. You wanted it to happen. We can't, that's why we have these laws for attempting to do this kind of thing, because you can't just go over there and we'll see if it happens or not, and based on whether or not it does, then we'll charge you with the crime. We have to stop these kind of things from before they're happening. So any asshole like this that travels there hoping and wishing it'll happen, maybe it will, maybe it won't, that's still a crime. You still need to go to jail.
Means that if she would have been into it, you most likely would have let her do it.
You can't say that because before.
But we can say that because you just drove 4 hours.
But I swear I drove just to because she was nice and I wanted to treat her well and to be. She was nice with me and that's what.
Yes, do I
To treat her well? What does he consider treating someone badly?
look like I fell off the turnip truck yesterday? Come on. You're trying to sell me something that's not even sellable, okay? You're trying to tell me something that's not even sellable. You know, the bottom line is, you met her online. She told you how old she was. 12 minutes and 16 seconds later, you're telling her what you would like to do. You sent her these photographs of yourself, and you drove 4 hours to come over here to see if she would do any of these things. Don't sit there and go like,
Yeah, like what that cop is describing is exactly what you intended. That's the truth of the situation.
this, because I'm going to tell
Don't deny it.
you right now, brother, you ain't wanting help very bad. Okay? It's easy to come in here and say, I got a problem.
Yeah, when he asks for help, it doesn't mean he wants help to stop doing this. What he means is, please let me off without any consequences. It's like getting help means, I promise I'll get counseling or whatever. Anything to avoid real consequences, and they could do some bullshit counseling that they won't actually attend or won't actually help, and it's just a way of kind of brushing the problem aside. But what he's saying is, if I just ask for help, that shows that I want to change. So just let me change instead of consequences, instead of jail. Like, no, a lot of these guys don't even learn from going to prison, so they're definitely not going to learn from just quote help.
And then sit here and lie to me.
Okay.
You need to be honest with yourself, man.
I'm honest, but okay. What do you want to hear? Okay.
We want to hear what your intentions were when you got here tonight, and we want to hear the truth.
We already know his intentions. Like, I think even if the guys deny it, they usually still get convicted because we have their intentions in the chat. And there's no law, despite what idiots like Jeff Stacy might think, there's no law that says that it can't be your intentions if it's in chat. It's like, no, it absolutely can. If you describe the exact things you want to do with a person and then you drive to their house, it can only be assumed that you want to do those exact things that you describe. So we already know what his intentions are. They're just trying to get him to confess to it because it would make a conviction easier.
Truth of what
I'm not a lawyer, but that's what I would assume.
your intentions were.
Okay. Okay. When I came, I swear I did not mean to have sex, and I did not have condom even. If I had.
We're not okay. Sure, whatever. Maybe that's true. You didn't intend to do that, but you intended to do all the other graphic and disgusting stuff, and you wanted to have her do things to you, which is absolutely not allowed. So, like, he just keeps repeating the same thing.
Sex, you know, that's not my plans. If I wanted to have sex, I will not forget the condom, right? That's the first thing. When I came like I told you, I wanted to be to meet here, to know here, you know.
You wanted to know hair.
And after that, okay, maybe
To see if she would do any of these things. Okay, because none of these things involve having sex. Okay?
But they're still blatantly illegal.
okay, but you know, I know that she's not doing that because she is not into that. I said again, she is not, and she's told me that she doesn't know anything.
Okay. Are you into that?
Obviously. Considering that's all he ever talked about, and he's still to this day into that kind of stuff. Obviously, he's into it.
Yeah, but kind of.
If you're into
Not kind of. It's almost exclusively that's what you're into.
that, why would you want to be with someone who's not into that?
Because that's not my goal of the relationship. If I found a girl with this thing.
If you're in a long-term relationship with someone, he's saying he wants a relationship, usually you want someone that is into the same kind of things and willing to do the same kind of things that you are. Because if they're not going to do any of the stuff you like, it's going to create some sort of problem. So you're going to seek out people that you're compatible with. And obviously an adult person, it doesn't matter what he was seeking out or what he wanted to do. The fact that this person was underage makes any attempt or whatever the hell he planned to do when he arrived at 3 a.m., it makes it illegal and wrong. But yeah, I just don't believe for a second that he would never intended to try to get her to do all this stuff that he repeatedly said he wanted her to do. That's obviously a lie.
Okay, that's fine, but that's not a big deal. Okay, maybe I want to be with a girl. If she's into that, okay, that I don't mind. That's it. But my goal is to be with a girl that she adores me. She, that, like any other man. That's my plan.
What the hell are you talking about?
But once again, had she been into that, that probably would have taken place. Okay? I understand what you're saying, but I also understand what you wrote. Okay? I understand what you're looking for. Okay? But...
Can I drink water, please?
Yeah. The bottom line is, yes, okay, you had certain desires that you expressed to her, okay? And I don't see in there where any of them involved sex. However, they did involve her doing some things to you, okay?
Yeah, her, I gotta be careful what I say on YouTube so I don't get in trouble again, but basically her wearing a device and doing a certain act to you, how could you claim that that is not sex?
And you drove across the state of Florida, okay? And at some juncture, if she had been willing, you would have let those things happen, okay? That's what I believe. And you can sit there and shake your head all you want.
Okay.
However...
Okay, I'll tell you something. Maybe it will not... it will not make you satisfied, but... I was with girls in the same room, and they were naked, and they were told me to have sex with them, and I told them no.
What? But... Okay, even if that's true, who cares? That doesn't mean you're innocent of this day. How do you repeatedly find yourself in a situation where you're in a room? So you're telling me this every time that Yazan Asfour is in a room with a girl, she takes her clothes off and she's like, "Do me," and he's like, "No," and then so they just get dressed again and leave all dejected and disappointed that they couldn't have a stud like Yazan Asfour, and this happens repeatedly. It happens so often that he uses it as a defense of why he's not a predator, even though in the face of all the evidence we have here. What the hell does that have to do with what you intended to do today? That is so stupid. I doubt it's ever happened a single time. And it's no defense. All we care about is that we caught you at the house after you drove there to meet this person, and then we have your chat that said you want to do all this disgusting, very inappropriate and illegal stuff.
Yeah. So,
I understand that.
So you can't say that something about me that I did not do it.
No, but what I can say is you came over here because this is what you wanted done. You even said it in there that you wanted that.
Yeah, like what's all the arguing for? Yazan, we caught you. You are not we, but you were caught red-handed and exposed alongside another guy trying to do the same thing. You were caught at the actual house trying to meet the minor, and we have the chat. That's enough to convict you. It's enough to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you intended to do this. So you sitting there saying, no, it doesn't matter. It's not going to work.
Done.
Okay, but again, I think in another way. If I want that, the goal, sorry, for me, I could meet any woman into this stuff.
But the point is, you didn't. You met a 13-year-old girl online, and you drove across the state.
I came here. I came to see her just to know her. That's my goal. To know her, to have a relationship like any other guy, but without sex.
And even that is illegal. You're not allowed to drive at 3 o'clock in the morning or any time of day to meet a minor when they're home alone. You could still be charged with that. It's like, that is not normal. I say this in every single commentary I do. I don't have to go on another rant explaining why it's wrong for a 26-year-old man or any older man to meet a minor when they're home alone. It's just wrong on every level.
But I mean it. I want to know the girl first. I want to know if she's the right girl for me. Then I will think about sex.
Something tells me that no matter what she was like, what she said or did, as long as she was willing and wouldn't tell on him, that she would be the girl for him, and he would pressure her to do all this gross stuff. Indeed.
I was not planning to do sex.
And this is an icebreaker?
Okay, that's picture maybe for me, that's bad picture, I know. But that doesn't mean that I want to have sex too. Yeah, I did not do sex.
Stop saying that. It doesn't matter if you wanted to or not. The fact is, you sent her pictures of you with no clothes on, with like a dog collar, like very disturbing images that you can't be sending to a minor. You still wanted to do all that toilet stuff, like all this vile, disgusting, gross stuff. So you still had bad intentions when you went over there.
Did not do sex.
Yes, do I have stupid written on my forehead? Do I?
Yeah. Do I, Yazan? Me and the detective, neither of us have stupid written on our forehead, so don't lie to us.
Because you're talking to me like I'm stupid, okay?
No.
Now here, I'm telling
Yeah, like, does he really expect normal people are going to believe this?
you the facts as we see them, as you've put them, okay? And you're sitting there telling me
Sir, I understand
garbage.
what you think. No, I will tell you something, but
Now, don't tell me something unless you're going to tell me the truth, okay? Because I've been sitting here listening to this fairy tale story that you're making up about wanting to get to know this girl when in a matter of 12 minutes, you've told her what you want her to do. Man, I'm tired of being lied to, and that's what you're doing to me. You're lying to me.
You tell him, officer.
Yes, you are. You
Yeah, I can kind of see this detective's point. I think it would be very frustrating to spend your entire day, like your full-time job is interrogating guys like this, and they all have the same lies. And these kind of, we'll say things that these guys are into that are outside of the norm. I don't think those are the kind of things that you would bring up. It's even talking to an adult, obviously. I don't think you would bring those things up immediately in the conversation. I think it's the kind of thing, like, after you've been together for a while, you'd start finding out what they're into and you'd get into more extreme things. I don't think you just immediately describe the most weird, bizarre, out there things that you're into right off the bat with someone that you're trying to have a relationship with. If it's like you're on some sort of site like that where that's what you're into, I mean, if it's a consenting adults, go nuts. But he's trying to claim that he had no interest in this girl beyond just getting to know her. Meanwhile, he's just describing his most gross, weird fantasies to her within like 12 minutes of speaking to her. So clearly this detective's right, and this guy did not have any good intentions towards this girl. And also the fact that she's a teenager and he's 26. Like, it's so obvious. Like, I think these cops, maybe this was towards the end of the day. Well, I guess this is like 3 a.m. or something. And he's like, just stop lying.
what you're doing to me. You're lying to me. Yes,
You are, Yazan.
you are. You do.
So you think I came
I
to
think
have sex?
that in the span of 12 minutes and 16 seconds, you went from finding out her age to telling her exactly what you want her to do to you. You even say that's what you want her to do to you.
But I did not do
And
it.
then,
Okay.
I know you didn't do it, but
Yeah, you didn't do it because you got arrested. You got caught before doing it. If this was not a sting and Chris Hansen and the police weren't there, you would have done it.
you came across the state
No.
with the intentions of having it done.
No, but
Yes, you did.
okay. If she was experienced with that, maybe you can say.
That you what? No, She's still underage. Even if she'd been abused in the past and had been forced to do those kind of things, that's not an open invitation for you to do it as well. That's like an admission of guilt, saying that, well, maybe if she was willing to do it or she'd done it before. No, you're not allowed to even talk about this stuff with someone like that.
Even at 13 years of age.
No, I'll tell you something. When about 13 years old, I will not come.
You did come, Yazan. You did.
She told you she was 13, and you did come.
I think me and this cop are like on the same wavelength here. We're just like repeating each other's words.
Yeah, but I did not come for interaction with her. I mean for
Hair. Her, not hair.
relation with sex and this stuff.
Throughout the whole thing that I'm reading, you have said to her a couple of times, please call her me. I want you to call her me. Please remember that I'm always on my knees with my collar for you.
You need to dig down deep, brother, and admit that you have a problem, and admit the truth, and stop sitting here and telling me this fairy tale that you think is going to get you out of this jam that you got yourself
We're
in.
not saying that you don't think that she might be a special girl or she might be the girl for you. We're not saying that you don't feel that you care about her, but
I told her I like you. I told her.
Yeah, that's part of grooming. You told her you liked her. You would have said that to any girl. There's nothing about her to like. She was a fake decoy. They have such little personality. And he said, like, he was saying this stuff within 12 minutes of talking to her. How interesting can someone be over text within 12 minutes? Even within a couple days. Like, people are just not that amazing that you want a long-term relationship with them, even though you've never even spoken to them on the phone before. You've never seen them. It's just some nameless person on a chat. That's not someone that is so amazing that you just want a relationship with him. He's trying to say that to make himself look like a good guy. That's what he wanted. He's not some kind of creep who only wants sex. He wants a relationship. Like, no, first of all, she's 13, and we also have your entire chat. We know exactly what you said, and it was gross.
She said that too.
and we're not denying, we're not saying that you're not telling the truth about that. I believe that you felt that you had a connection with her and that you wanted to spend time with her, but I don't believe that you.
Yeah, and exactly. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he's just, easily falls in love easily, and maybe he's telling the truth that he wanted a relationship with her and was, just deeply in love with her. Still illegal, still gross because she's underage. So who cares? That doesn't make him any better. Lauren, I'm sure, was actually really in love with Kayla. We don't cut him any slack. That's almost even more disturbing. There's nothing that he could have been talking with her about that would have made the two of them having this private chat normal or correct or right or legal. Whatever he said, and just the fact that he said all this gross stuff just makes it even worse.
You drove 4 hours after you've talked to her about the collar, the other things that you wanted to do with her. You did not drive 4 hours to do nothing.
You're not doing yourself any favors by sitting here and trying to convince yourself that was your intentions. Because you're not convincing us, you're convincing yourself, Yaz.
Sam, you know what?
I'm pretty sure this guy absconded too. He, when he was released on bail, he fled back to Jordan and was never tried. Although I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I think they said he's like now, he either is now or was for a while living in UK. So I don't know why UK didn't extradite him, unless they just somehow never found out that he was wanted. But I hate it when the guys flee justice.
Again, I did not come just. I mean, I don't know.
I know you didn't come just for that, but you came for that also.
But I could do it with an adult.
I don't hear that, because every other guy could go a block over and find another girl. You go to a university. They're littered with women. I understand that.
Yeah, there are other options out there. It's not like this is the only female person available. And even then, you should still have enough self-control not to do this because it's wrong. But there's millions of women around, 18 and over. There's so many options. And the fact that they picked this young person means they did it on purpose because that's what they wanted.
However, the bottom line is, you drove across the state of Florida 4 hours to find this particular girl that you've been chatting with online, okay?
My
who
goal
is significantly
my goal
younger
was,
than you.
My goal was to know her because she was nice with me.
Yes, your goal.
Shut the fuck up. She was like, he's like, oh, she was just a nice girl, and I'm just such a good, honest guy. Man, you know what this guy said? He wanted to be collared. He wanted her to use him as a human toilet and to strap things to herself and do things to him. Like it was just vile and gross. So what? And he's just like, I'm just such a good guy with a good heart, and she was a nice girl. That's all I wanted. She was not nice. She was just some normal person. There's nothing about her that made her special. Even if she was not nice to you, you still would have came. In fact, he probably would have came even faster if she was not nice, because it seems like that's what he's into.
Was to have her do the things that you typed in there at some point.
Yeah, maybe that's true after I know her, but not in the first meeting.
After I know her? Well, you would have known her in probably about 30 seconds. You would have come in, had a quick chat with her, and been like, well, yeah, I know her good enough now, I think. And then you would have just plowed right ahead with doing everything on your list that you wanted to do. That's exactly what would have happened.
And how long?
Like these guys that think that it's like it's a maybe. Well, I would have seen what she was thinking. No, there's no way that they would have ever been like, you know what? I don't think this is right. I think that maybe she's not ready. Maybe she's too young. They wouldn't have had anything like that. They would have thought. No matter what, they would have been like, "Yep, it's all good." My conscience is clear. I've convinced myself that this is okay to do. Once they've gotten to the point of driving to the house, honestly, anyone willing to even have this kind of chat with a minor is beyond help. But once they reach the point of driving to their house, there's nothing to stop them. They've gone too far. These guys are like, "Well, it's a 50-50 thing. I would have tried not to." In Dustin's words, a lot of them say that kind of thing. They would have seen where she was at. Like John Dupey. There's nothing that the girl could have done. They could have just sat there catatonic, staring at the wall, and they'd be like, this person's very interesting, and so obviously they're going to go ahead with it. They're going to try to do it. They're alone with the girl. Like these guys are so dangerous, and this guy's one of the worst. And he's trying to pretend like he's just such a nice guy, and he just wanted to get to know her.
How long were you going to wait after you knew her? She's 13 years old. Were you going to wait another 5 years till she was 18?
I mean, you're already sending her nude photographs of
You
yourself.
might have waited 5 minutes, maybe.
You're already
You've
sending
sent her nude photographs.
nude photographs.
Yeah, no answer for that one, do you, Yazan?
Sitting here minimizing and downplaying
I sent her
everything.
once,
Yes?
by the way. Yeah, that was once. I sent her, and maybe I
Shrug.
was wrong about that. Yeah, I was wrong when I sent her.
Maybe you've been wrong about the whole thing, man.
Yeah, but the picture will not judge all the situation. Because she will...
Yeah, if you could only judge me on the things that make me look good, if you could just ignore all the stuff that makes me look bad, there is no, well, look at the bigger picture. You sent her naked pictures of yourself to a minor. There's no, well, if you look at the bigger picture, like, most of what I said was okay. Like, maybe 60% of what I said was not filthy and disgusting. Just a little, like, if you had a perfectly polite, normal, wholesome conversation, but you also send her a couple of dick pics, that is 100% wrong, and you deserve to go to jail. It's not like a balance thing where as long as less than 50% of what you say is not disgusting, then you're good to go. That's not how it works.
will not judge my goals. I swear I did not mean that.
You've got a collar
Please don't use the evidence to judge me.
on, you're down on your knees, naked. That's the same thing you write in here. I think that was one of your goals, Yaz.
At 12:09 on the 9th, yesterday morning, you write, "Just kiss, hug, and keep me." I mean, you're obviously thinking about sexual things with her for when you get there.
No.
This was just yesterday.
No, I did not have sex with adults. I will not have sex with a teenager.
Does he not consider all that stuff sexual? Like, what the hell is wrong with him? He's like wants her to strap a thing on that I can't say here on YouTube and do him some way. You know exactly what I mean. What the fuck? How does he not consider that sexual?
Come on. That's the truth. Yeah.
Okay, you wouldn't
I'm-
have intercourse with her. But what about all the other things you've written, man?
The other thing.
Hey, we're sitting here going around in a circle. The other things you would let her do.
Maybe not later. I mean, maybe later when I know her. Maybe when we have really a good relationship. Okay, maybe. But that doesn't mean I came.
How are you having a good relationship with her? You would have to keep this secret. Like your parents couldn't know. You'd always be waiting around. You'd just be messaging her constantly. When are your parents away again? And I don't think most normal parents don't leave their children alone that long. There's not going to be like week-long stretches. It's not going to be like 4 nights a week. They're gone. Like they're going to be sneaking around. Like maybe kidnap her. God knows what the hell he'd do. There's no way they'd be able to have like a normal functioning relationship with this person. He would just be like constantly badgering her to, sneak out and everything, trying to just do the stuff. And there's no, if he has these kind of thoughts and he's willing to bring this stuff up 12 minutes into the conversation, that's all he talked about. There's no way he has the self-control to wait until he knows her and it's an appropriate time. There's no way he's waiting. He wouldn't even wait till the end of that first meeting. He'd be doing it right away.
Just to have those things.
And it doesn't mean you didn't.
But that doesn't mean that I came for that.
Yes, you came for that. Okay, you came for that.
No normal people are going to believe that. That's why these guys, like, they always get convicted unless they flee like he did. But you can't go before a jury. There's no way, like, you might have one person once in a while that might be naive enough to believe these guys. But normal people don't. Like a judge who's seen 1,000 of these guys before, or a jury of just normal of people of reasonable intelligence, no one's gonna believe it. It's so obvious. Like, how can these guys deny it? Like, I get that they don't want to go to jail, but how could they expect people to believe them?
Okay. You can sit here and say what you want, and you can lie to yourself, and you can convince yourself, okay? You can convince yourself that that's what you came for. But when it's all boiled down, okay, and they see the pictures in court, and they see the transcripts, what do you think I'm sitting here talking to you for my health? You've sat here and you've lied to me, and you've tried to lie to yourself, okay?
I swear I did not.
And I've been sitting here the whole time telling you, you need to be honest. You need to help yourself out by being honest.
Okay, what do you want to hear?
I don't think being honest is going to help him. It's going to convict him.
I want to hear the truth, yeah? No, I want to hear the truth. And you're not telling me the truth.
The truth
based on this.
No, the truth, I swear I was, my goals like that. Those are my goals. I feel I'm a good guy. I need a deal.
If he thinks he's a good guy, like, what does he think a bad guy is?
But that's why I'm acting in stupid way.
I believe, yes, I'll tell you what I believe, and you tell me if I'm off base here. I believe that maybe you did want a relationship with this girl who's told you she's 13, okay?
What was that?
I believe you did want a relationship with this girl who told you that you did.
I did.
Okay? But I also believe that you wanted her to do all these things to you, okay?
Not necessary. Maybe it will, okay, I don't say no. Maybe later, yeah, if she is into that too. But my plans was to, okay, when I found a good girl.
What if she had been into that tonight?
What do you mean?
What if she had been into this stuff tonight?
Right here, you're talking to her.
And when he says, like, if she's into that, like, he would do everything in his power to convince her. Like, she'd be like, no, that's gross, I don't want to do it. And he'd be like, no, it's okay, it's fine. Like, there's no way that he would have let her have her own agency. He would just absolutely do whatever he could to manipulate her into doing it. And he's a grown man who's twice her age. Obviously, he would have made sure he got his way one way or the other.
At 2 o'clock yesterday, you're talking about when you're coming, and you tell her, please tell me how you want me to serve you so I can know my limits. She says, what you said sounds cool. You said, really? She says, yeah. You say, will you make me naked with a collar and on my knees all the time and sleep at your feet, worshiping them, and be your dog? Can I also be your full toilet for 2 days?
That's true. Maybe, okay, I said that.
Buddy, that is gross. What the hell's the matter with you?
But also, I did not
You write in here, will you pee and shit in my mouth?
Yazan, what the fuck, man? How could you sit there and think that you're a good guy who wants a relationship where you say that to an underage person immediately after meeting them? Not even meeting them, just finding them online in a chat. You were just looking for an underage person that would be willing to do that to you because that's your fantasy. And now you're sitting here denying it. You're a lying, disgusting man, Yazan.
And she says, you like that? You said yes. I feel I belong to you if you do it.
Maybe I wrote that, but
She's saying that she's
You
into
wrote this
it.
yesterday.
You wrote it, and then you drove over here.
okay, Sarah.
We're going around in circles here.
No.
Here we are. We're going around in circles. We're getting nowhere. Okay? That's what you wrote yesterday.
You know, I pay because I pay now because I feel I'm a good guy. Maybe I don't see that.
No one's saying you're not a good guy, Yaz. What
Well, one person is, and that person is me.
I'm saying is you're not being truthful about your intentions here, is what I'm saying, and we need to get over that hump.
Okay, I swear my intention. I came just to. Not just to. To know her.
You came to know her, and you came to have her do
and I was
what you wrote about.
If she wants to have sex with me, I'll tell her no because I did not bring condom.
Well, and like I said, I'm not talking.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't have done that. Maybe he wouldn't have done anything to her, but he definitely wanted her to do all of that stuff to him.
About having sex. I'm talking about the other things that you've written in here. Okay? And she said some of the things that you said sounded good. And what do you do the very next day? You come across the state to meet her with the intentions of doing some of those things. I mean, that would lead a reasonable and prudent man to believe that that's what...
That would lead a very dumb man to believe that. Even idiots would believe that was his intention. The stupidest person on earth, I don't think, would believe he is on here.
You intended.
I say yes. It will help me.
I don't want you to say whatever you think will help you. I want you to say the truth. And so far, what you're saying and what you wrote is two different things. I don't want you to tell me anything.
Okay, I can't say that I am not. I write stupid things, but always I don't mean that. In my life, in my whole life, when I write, some many things that I don't mean it like.
What are you yapping about? Jesus, come on.
I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, like, I feel when I write, I'm a good, I'm a good, very good guy, but
You're not a very good guy. How could you think that in your own mind? Once you reach this point, you have to know on some level deep inside that this is wrong. This has to, like, kill your soul a little bit, just trying to do something so horrible to someone so young. How could he possibly go over there thinking, yes, I am a good guy, there is nothing wrong with what I'm doing, I have only pure thoughts and intentions towards this person, after you've literally described some of the most disgusting possible things that you wanted to do with them? How could you think you're a good guy? Like, I wonder if someone else did the exact same thing he did, I wonder if he would look at that person. Like, if he read that chat and it was someone else's, would he think that is a bad person? But for some reason, his circumstances are different, and the rules don't apply to him, and that he's a good guy? How could he believe that?
truth, I don't act like what I write. You know what I mean? My personality in the real thing is not like that.
So what you're contending is that this was all just a big fantasy, and you drove across the state to meet her to show you...
Yeah, and like a 4-hour drive, that's not a short drive. There's guys that live in like the same town, they drive 10 minutes. Like, okay, that's a quick drive. When you're driving 4 hours, that's like at least a day trip. Like, that's like an overnight trip for the most part. That's not something just like, hey, I'm just gonna go drive 4 hours and back just to, go to this store I like that has coffee I like. Like people don't do that. That's a long drive. Like that's 8-hour return trip. That's like eating up the bulk of your day. So you're only going to do that if it's a really important event. And these guys, like I don't think normal people would even do that just to meet someone they've only been talking to for a day online. I think you would need the online relationship to get a bit further before you actually meet up and are willing to travel that far. Because even if you do form some sort of relationship with this person, assuming they're an adult, like you're gonna be driving one of you 4 hours all the time. I think those long distance relationships are difficult. I mean, for Lauren, maybe it's a normal thing, but I think most people, they like their romantic partners to live within easy driving distance, not 4 hours away. I think you would only do that if this was a very special occasion where you thought you were going to be allowed to do every sick thing you wanted. That's the only reason he was going to do it. He could have found anyone. If he's from Tampa, he could have found any girl there that was over 18. But no, he chose this one that was 4 hours away because she was just so special, and he's such a nice guy, and he was a nice girl. Like, shut the fuck up, Yazan.
Show her that you're a good guy.
Fantasy, but I wanted to meet her, to know her. I'd not say that I wanted to cheat on her or say untrue things to her. But I came to know her, to have relation with her. I mean, relation in general.
Any jury or any person that reads your chat about the things that you wanted her to do are going to be so overcome with revulsion and disgust. They're not even going to consider the possibility that you might be a good guy.
Not, I mean, sex relation, no. Again, I am a virgin guy. I don't look for sex.
That has nothing to do with anything. There's nothing to do with... Sure, maybe you're a virgin. Maybe you want to be celibate your whole life. Okay, whatever. Who cares? The fact is that you came and wanted to do those things. And having the girl do things to you with a device, that is not... That's sexual. Like, off the bat. There's no one that would think that's not. But he thinks, no, the only sex means one thing and one thing only. And as long as I don't do that...
And once again, I agree with you. Maybe you weren't looking for sex. However, you were looking for several other things that you wrote in here. And as early as yesterday, you were asking her if she was into any of them, and she said yes. And you drove across the state. So you can sit there and you can justify it however you want, okay? However, your actions speak louder than your words, okay? And I'm done sitting here talking in circles with you. We're done.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
I want to help you. Okay,
I don't need help, Yaz. I'm not the one in trouble here, okay? You are. And I've sat here and I've tried to get you to tell me the truth, and you don't want to do that.
Sir,
you want to sit here and convince yourself.
Okay,
we're done.
No, sir, wait, please. You want me to tell you that I wanted to have to do those things to me? I told you, if she wants later, yeah, I will not mind. Okay, but she's not experienced, or so. You need to know about that.
I bet anything the fact that she's not experienced is part of what attracted him to this thing. Look at that smile on his face. Why is he smiling? Yeah, the fact that she was inexperienced, that would have been a positive thing for him. He wouldn't care if she was into it or not. He would have convinced her to do it or forced her to do it.
Okay, please tell me, what do you want to hear?
You know what, yes, I want to hear the truth. And
yeah, they don't even really need a confession. Like, they probably have enough evidence to convict him without it.
Like what? I don't know what.
I'm not going to tell you what to say, because that's not the way this is done, okay? That's not the way this is done, okay? I offered you a chance to tell me the truth as to why you came over here.
Yeah, I can't. I told
okay?
you the truth. I do not want to interact with him. That's the truth. You want?
That's not what you're putting in here.
Maybe the words are not doing the work.
I want to have a relationship with you, and I want you to use me as your toilet are two entirely different things. Okay? Those are two entirely different things. Okay? She's a 13-year-old girl. You're 26?
Yeah, but...
Okay? You're twice her age.
I swear,
okay?
Wait, please. I wanted to know her. I wanted to be with, close to her. Maybe like a boyfriend later. Okay, maybe.
What? Like, that's totally inappropriate. What? How could he think that's okay?
Or maybe like have her do some of the things that you wrote in here. Okay?
I did not say no, but later I did not do it.
That's fine then. That's fine.
If you weren't going to do it, why would you write her about it and talk to her about it and tell her you wanted
Exactly.
her to do it and then drive all the way over there?
She wanted to know. She wanted to.
And so you'll talk to her about it, but you wouldn't actually do it?
I'm sorry, Yaz, but I'm...
Yeah, if you don't want to go to the baseball game with someone, you don't talk about going to the baseball with someone, make specific plans to go, talk about how you can't wait to go, you're excited to go, then drive to their house at the agreed time where you're going to go to the baseball game, and then claim you weren't going to go to the baseball game. That's not how things work. How do I have to explain it to these idiots? How could they think that people are like, yeah, that seems reasonable? No, that's just not how the world is.
I'm missing.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm missing where in this.
I know you didn't do it. You didn't
that.
have the opportunity. But if you had the opportunity,
You know what? Okay, sometimes you say a few things, but you don't do it. Maybe I have problem with that. Maybe I write, but that doesn't mean that I.
It seems a lot of these predators have a problem with that. Just saying a whole bunch of things that they plan to do, and then driving over to the person's house, and then after they're caught and exposed, claiming that they weren't going to do all the stuff that they blatantly said that they were going to do. Seems only these predators have that problem.
Want to do.
You ask her if she wants a slave,
and you talk
she
about
responds,
it throughout.
"Where are you from?" She never asks you, "Well, what do you mean by that?"
What do you?
You know, she never asks you to explain it. You know, she didn't ask you anything like that.
Forget about the paper. I swear the paper doesn't show what I am. I am telling you what I...
The paper doesn't show what I am. All the things that I wrote does not show who I am. Yeah, things that people write down clearly shows who they are. The things you say on the phone, the texts you write, the things that you purposely send to other people, it does give a good picture of who you are. If you're always online abusing people and stuff like that, yes, it's going to make you look like a bad, mean person. If you're constantly chatting with minors and sending them very inappropriate and disgusting and illegal things, that kind of it reveals your personality. There is no difference between what you write. Despite what Jeff Stacy and his druggy friends say, there's no difference between what you write and what your actual personality is. You're not allowed to just say whatever you want to any person and then show up and be like, well, my real life personality is different than that. If you meet someone and then anyone, man, woman, whatever, and then you just hurl abuse and disgusting things at them on text, you can't show up and think it's going to be a clean slate. They're probably going to be pissed off at you for everything you said over chat. You can't be like, well, that was chat. Now I'm here in person, and I'm actually a good guy, so you can't hold that stuff against me. Bullshit. That is not how things work.
The paper shows me why you drove across the state, Yaz. Okay? The paper shows me why you felt the need to get in your car, drive 4 hours to meet with a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. Really, who cares what's in his chat? The fact is he came to meet an underage girl when she was home alone. That's all that matters.
Plain and simple. It gets no simpler than that, okay? I'm not sitting here... Well, you can convince yourself of that, but I'm not sitting here talking in circles with you any longer, okay? It's that simple, okay? She's going to get some information from you. You're going to be transported to the jail.
Oh my God.
Well, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think they're going to be like, yeah, okay, you're a good guy. You just wanted to get to know Hare, so you're allowed to leave.
Please.
You need to stay in your seat.
You need to stay in your seat, okay?
Did he look how shocked he is? Like he thought he was going home? Like did he think that they were just like a stern parent? They were just going to give him a talking to and then let him go? Well, of course he's going to jail.
That's the bottom line. It's non-negotiable.
Sir, okay, sir, please, can you...
Why? So we can talk in circles anymore, man? I'm tired of you wasting my time.
Okay, no, I want to...
Yeah, to be honest, Yazan, this commentary is taking quite a while, and you're starting to piss me off. I'd kind of want to go and get some lunch or something. So if you want to just shut the fuck up and end this, then we can all go about our lives.
Solve this. I'm not...
There's going to be no solving it.
No, I did not came here to be put in the jail.
It's too late for that.
Why is
Okay? It's too late. It's non-negotiable. You are under arrest. You are going to jail. Plain and simple.
Please,
Okay?
Lord.
You need to answer her questions so we can get going.
Sir, please help me. Sir, please help me.
Yes, it's non-negotiable. You are under arrest. You are going to jail. You need to answer her questions so we can get going.
All right, Yazan, what's your social security number? And what is your local address?
I wonder, is there anything else here that's worthy of... may as well sit through it. Unless it's all censored out.
I swear.
That you've told the truth?
I swear.
We've been through this in this interrogation. Saying you swear does not mean anything. Saying that you swear, or you're just being honest, means that it's more likely that you're lying. You could say, I swear, I swear. Every liar is going to say that. Every person going to jail, oh, I swear I didn't do it. That is meaningless. All we care about is the evidence.
What's the zip code in Tampa?
33613.
33613. Do you have a phone there?
Okay, but...
Okay, wait, I got it.
I wonder if Yazan here thinks that tennis boy, Safraz Khan, is a bad guy. I wonder if he would look down on him like, yeah, that guy's a creep, but I'm a good guy.
Got to get some of this filled out first, and then I can help you out with any questions. Do you have do you have like a mailing address, or is this the same address? You receive mail at that address. Do you work or go to school?
I go to school.
Where do you go to school? What is it?
My future is destroyed now.
What
Hopefully.
is the address?
Yeah, she just ignores him.
I don't know.
Do you know what street it's on?
Yeah.
Do you work at all? Do you work anywhere?
I work on campus.
What do you do at the campus?
Put your head up.
What do you do at the campus?
Creeps on minors? Is that what you do there?
I work on the gym. At the gym.
At the gym?
At the gym?
Please can I ask you?
Hang on just a minute. Do you have any tattoos? Do you have any like major scars?
Do you have sand and dirt all over the side of your face?
Anything like that? Do you go by any names other than Yazan? Okay.
Yeah, he goes by slave to mistresses.
I think that's all I've got. I don't know what else to tell you.
Please help me. Oh, is there any chance that I just put that or end everything here without jail, without media, without...
No.
No.
Why is that?
No mercy for you.
No. Because you were online with a...
I don't even get why they, like, people that are not from the United States and they have, like, family and, like, in other countries are much more likely to flee. Why would they even give them bail? Especially like there's a whole bunch of guys on To Catch a Predator that fled, like quite a few. So once they know this is a common thing, why would they even allow them to to leave the jail? This seems like a wasted opportunity because this guy needs to be in prison.
13-year-old girl. You sent her photographs of your genitals. You talked to her about sex. And you drove 4 hours to meet with her.
Yeah. See, when you spell it out like that, there's no defense for it, Yazan. Doesn't matter how nice of a girl she was and how good of a guy you are. That is so inappropriate on every level.
So, at this point, there's not anything else that you're going to be able to do. Tonight, what's going to happen, you'll go out to the Flagler County Jail. You're going to go out there with no bond. You should see a judge within 24 hours, probably in the morning, but it could be the afternoon first appearance. That judge then can set a bond, and then you can bond out. You'll be able to get an attorney, and then you can go from there.
What do you mean for attorney?
You'll be able to get an attorney once you go in front of the judge.
What's that? When does that mean?
An attorney? You don't know what an attorney is?
That's a lawyer. Every country in the world has attorneys. Even in North Korea, they have some sort of court system with attorneys. This is not a new thing. If you're a even reasonably intelligent man of 26, doesn't matter where you're from in the world, they have a justice system that have some sort of attorney-like people. They might be called barristers or some other word, but it's the same kind of thing.
An attorney is, it would be like your counsel. The person that would, when you go to court, you have a prosecutor, and then you have a defense attorney.
The person that's going to tell you just to keep your mouth shut because you're not helping yourself with your bullshit lies.
It would be the person that would help you with your defense. Then you're going to have court dates, and you'll just have to consult with your attorney to find out what your options are going to be.
What do you think about my options?
I can't advise you on that.
No.
As far as your options for tonight, you're going out to the jail. Okay?
Jail, and I will put in a jail as a criminal?
You're
Yeah, as a criminal? Yeah. Nah, they just put random people in jail just to make sure that the locks are working properly. Of course, they put criminals in jail.
going to go to the jail, and then you'll go to first appearance, and then the judge will set a bond for you at first appearance. Just because you go out to the jail doesn't mean you're a criminal. You haven't
Kind of does.
been convicted of anything yet, but you've been charged and arrested.
So that will end my future, right?
Not necessarily. Let me go ahead and get this paperwork out there, and then we'll get you sitting out on the bench, and Investigator Morgan can talk to you a little bit further and probably answer maybe some of the questions that you've got. Okay?
Can I have water, please?
We'll have to get you another cup. Okay. You go ahead and stand up. You follow Investigator Morgan now.
All right, that is it for the interrogation of Yazan Asfour. I always forget how good this one really is. It's actually quite entertaining. For some reason, I always kind of forget about it. I haven't watched it as many times as some of the others, but this guy, I don't think he ever really understood why what he's doing was wrong, and that's kind of scary that there's people like this out here. So anyways, I appreciate everyone watching, so let me know if there's any other predators you want me to cover or cover a second time. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.